This is Minutia Men with Rick and Dave.
Okay, Dave, I have. I've been bad.
I've been a bad boy.
I am a bad boy. I'm a bad Catholic. You know,
Didn't George Thorogood do that? I'm a bad Catholic.
The day I was born, the nisses all gathered round. Well, I got to tell you,
Got to baptize me.
yeah, I have been really bad with my Lent promise. My
Okay.
Lent promise was to give up alcohol or limit it to one a day.
Like,
Right.
okay,
Shut up.
First of all,
Shut up.
Okay, let's stop for a second.
Yeah.
All right.
Uh-huh.
When you say a Lent promise, is it a form? How do you? I mean,
Well, let me put it to you this way: you make a deal with God,
okay.
right? And I've broken it.
Do you have a lawyer? Do you have a Jewish lawyer that you're doing this with?
No, but I am gonna see what I can do to fix this.
Okay.
Luckily, as a Catholic, I've got a way.
Okay. All right.
Make a quick call.
Okay.
Hello, you have reached the Catholic Confession Hotline. All priests are busy with other parishioners right now. To reach the automated confessional, please press the pound sign. If thou hast stolen, press 1. If thou hast coveted thy neighbour's wife, press 2. If thou hast coveted thy neighbour's goods, press 3. If thou hast bore false witness against thy neighbour, press 4. For a more complete menu of sins, press 5. And may God bless all in your house.
My child, say 5 Our Fathers and 10 Hail Marys, and I absolve you of your sin.
Oh, okay. Everything's fine now. This is how it works.
The following is a Tony Lasano podcast, an Opie production on the Radio Misfits Podcast Network. This is Minutia Men with Rick and Dave.
And again, I do not play for this team.
Uh-huh.
And perhaps I might offend a few people here,
Yeah.
but just saying those things will absolve you from the...
Well, you got to feel it. I feel terrible. I feel terrible that I've been a failure on this.
Okay. But just
So,
a couple... So what was it again?
fine.
What was your... It's penance. Is that what it's called?
penance, yeah. I haven't done it yet. That's
Okay.
a lot of Hail Marys and a lot of Our Fathers, but I will do it after the show.
Okay, now... My Jewish sensibility is like, I think we can Jew them down to like 3 and
No, I think I'm going to do it. I'll do my
Rick, do
actual
not ever
penance.
pay retail. Okay, I could get you it. I could get you this wholesale.
All right.
All right.
We have a show to do.
Unless there is a bolt of lightning that is
Yeah.
going to come. Hey, this comes out of New Jersey.
Okay.
Bon Jovi's Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah.
right? Girl Scouts highly unimpressed after New Jersey troop teams up with local cannabis dispensary to sell cookies. Okay.
Okay.
All right. HQ might be unimpressed, but Dave, the marketing professor, is totally on board with this co-promotion. Senior leaders at the Girl Scouts are reportedly very upset that a New Jersey troop teamed up with a local weed dispensary to move some product. Set up near Daylight Dispensary in Mount Laurel last month. The troop's booth offered the full lineup of treats. Okay. Dispensary owner Steve Cassidy said the partnership was a massive success.
Really, you're totally eliminating the middleman here.
Right. And drew people to the booth and the cannabis shop. People were happy. Everything was fine. However, Cassidy said he did speak with representatives from the Girl Scouts that
Yeah.
were not very happy about this. Okay.
That's surprising.
So I don't know if you remember this, but about 2 years ago, I was by I was going to the Bible study next to the dispensary, and I walked by Bud and Rita's, which is a dispensary on Belmont Avenue, and the Girl Scouts had a table. Do you remember this Facebook?
Yes, I do.
The Girl Scouts had a table set up, and they were killing it. I mean, they were absolutely killing it. And I posted the image on Facebook. I got like 400 likes and like 20 shares. So perhaps this is coming from my idea, right? So I'm an idea guy.
You are.
Right. So I
Master's degree.
Yep, in advertising, which was referred to at more than one interview that I had that it was a suck-ass degree.
Wow, suck-ass. That's pretty strong.
So I figured I'd give some suggestions for cookie names now that we've got this concept,
Okay.
right? Tagabongs.
Not bad.
Thin splits.
By the way, before you go any further, when I saw that you had a story about Girl Scout cookies, I would have made $100,000
that I was going to come up with.
You were going to come up with new names for Girl Scout cookies.
Well, guilty as charged.
And thank you for delivering. That's all I can say.
So I got tagabongs, thin spliffs. Okay. Dosey doobies.
Not bad.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, did you know which troop sold the most?
Which one?
420. Back at you, Rick.
Zing.
Zing bakaboo.
So, as far as this Girl Scout story goes, I just want to let everybody know at the end of the show, we have a Girl Scout song that I wrote that we're going to play for you. It's a heartwarming thing. It's sung by Carl Giammarisi of the Buckinghams. So that'll be one of our audio evoir moments. All right. We have another feature that we just started not too long ago, and we call it
Things People Send Us, Things People Send Us, so we don't have to work.
So I got a little email here from a Gene. I don't know if it's male or female. It says, I thought you'd get a kick out of this. It's not AI. Ooh.
Whoa.
Zing. It's a real guy named Ben Lapidus, but it's a very short song, and it's brilliant.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to play it for you. It's only like 30 seconds, so let's see. Here it goes.
I got a question. Is it Petsmart or Petsmart? Are you saying that pets are smart? Or are you saying you're a mart for pets? I need answers! Which one is it? And it can't be both!
Okay.
Not bad, huh?
Not bad at all. Pretty good.
I've always wondered that myself.
PetSmart, right? Hey, we got a review.
Okay.
I can't get the penises jingle in the news, or I can't get the penises in the news jingle out of my head. Thanks, assholes.
Yeah.
Brent P.
Yeah.
There
All
you go.
Well, thank you for that, Brent. And I've heard that from numerous people. We apparently play that one a lot.
Thank you, Vinny. It's Vinny's fault.
Yeah, Vinny is our genius who does all of our jingles. And hey, by the way, this next one, he did this one too. I'll play it for you.
Time now for Studio Walls.
And the words of the prophets were written on the studio walls.
So this is the part of the show where we go through our archives. But before we do, I just listening to that song, listen to that jingle. Sean, my youngest son, who's 23, called me on his way home from work the other day. He goes, I just heard a song from Rush. And you know what they do at that end of the song? They say, and the words of the prophets are written on the studio walls, just like your jingle.
Right. We are going to sue them.
I said, yeah, we stole it from them. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Anyway, the studio walls is where we go back in time and we go through our archives. And I want to focus on something from last night.
Right.
I went to see the movie premiere of Amy Landecker's brand new movie called For Worse. And she was in town in Chicago to do the premiere at the Music Box Theater. I was there. Your wife was there.
Right.
My wife was there.
Right.
And we spoke to Amy and to John Landecker, was the
MC,
the MC
for the Q&A afterwards.
He did a Q&A, and Bradley Whitford, who is Amy's husband, was also there. And in the Q&A, they were talking about how Amy doesn't have much of a filter. And the movie, by the way, is great. Yeah. I highly recommend it. It's hilarious.
It's an independent distribution, so please go out and support it because
it's on 72 screens throughout the country starting this weekend. And it's a comedy. It's a rom-com, a romantic comedy, and it's actually quite funny. And Amy is very brave with her humor. And if you know her at all, you know that that's just who she is, right? Anyway, so we were talking to her on our show. Yeah. This goes back a few. I think
it was COVID. It was during COVID.
It was during COVID because she was on with us for like an hour and a half.
That was one of the interviews where you're like, okay, and she's like, no. They think it's like they had nothing to do.
So Bradley was in the house, and Amy wanted to get him on as part of the show, and it was kind of an unusual
intro.
You know what? Let's just play it. Here we go. Bradley Whitford, right now.
Rick, this should be a new bit that we do.
Yes, absolutely. In bed with.
Right.
In bed with. Oh, he's in the shower. Wait.
Oh, this is even better.
All right. I'm going to have to draw the line here.
Honey. What? Oh, and he's naked, so I definitely won't turn them. No, you got underwear. I'm on the podcast. You want to come down when you're done and chat?
What soap or shampoo is he using?
You know what he uses? That gross. I don't like it. My mom used to use it back in the 70s. Like Murph. Well, honey, what's that menthol soap stuff that you use? Is that clear? The one I don't like. Doctor. Yeah, what is it? My mom used it when I was a kid, and it reminds me of like the 70s.
We do call this show Minutia Men, and we are getting some minutia right now.
Yeah, see, here's the minutia. Dr. Bronner's.
Okay.
Wait, here, you can look in the thing. I'm going to show you that picture I was telling you about.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That was it.
Yeah, I met my wife at Kinko's. It's not nearly as good of a yeah. We were in Champaign, and I was collating the 9500, and she was there, and I had her automatic document handler, if you know what I'm saying, and we got married.
It's a story as old as time. I kept that part in because you just retold that story last week when somebody asked for it for.
Valentine's Day. Yeah.
But yeah, so she literally walked into the bathroom.
He was
in the shower.
Let's get on the air.
And Bradley later came and was on the show. It's episode 37 of Minutia Men Celebrity Interview.
So we started the show with that whole Catholic thing.
Yeah.
Right? Well, I got a Catholic story for you.
Okay.
Vatican exorcism school adds AI module to annual demon fighting curriculum.
Okay. Yeah, I don't need it anymore because I just did confession.
The Vatican's premier exorcism training program has updated its curriculum to address what organizers describe as an urgent new vector of spiritual warfare, artificial intelligence. Father Luis Ramirez Almanza, the Mexican priest who runs the course on the Ministry of Exorcism and Prayer of Deliverance, that's the actual name of the school,
barely fits on the business card,
announced at a press conference on Tuesday that this year's sessions will explore how Satanists have begun incorporating AI into their devil worship. Okay, so Ramirez.
Any songs?
We could. Ramirez described AI as a great power, a force for both good and evil, which is the same framing the church has applied to the past for literacy, the printing press, and women who could do math. I looked it up. The church actually at one point denounced women that could do math.
Yeah,
right. So the course, which draws up to 170 participants per year, is offered at a Vatican affiliated university in Rome. And it has traditionally focused on what might be called the fundamentals: identifying demonic possession, performing rites of deliverance, and coping professionally with being vomited on.
Wow.
Right.
Wow.
Exorcists reportedly grow accustomed to the vomiting, the profanity, and having nails spat at them by people under demonic influence, which coincidentally is also the same skill required to moderate a next door threat in American suburbs. I came up with some, here are some classes that are actually offered.
Okay.
This is EXO 215, Latin phrases that make your head spin.
Okay, good.
We got EXO, XO 350, vomit, profanity, and project management. I actually have an adjunct for that one.
One of those group classes, though.
And if you want to get more quantitative, XO 370, holy water, logistics, and splash radius calculations. Okay, so that's,
right.
But this is
Are you trying to get a job? I mean, you are an adjunct professor.
Bring it on. And I won't use AI to grade papers.
Okay.
But yes, so this is a true thing. I may have embellished a little bit on some things.
Where is it located? In the Vatican?
It's at a It is at a Vatican-affiliated university in Rome. I do not know if they offer online classes or not.
Well, we call the Chicago Pope. Let's find out.
Yeah, I mean, he is great.
He is.
Oh, my God.
He's my favorite Pope
Oh,
ever.
my God. He is
the best.
He ain't pulling any punches, Popey.
No.
Which is pretty good.
Not. All right, I have a story for you. This is a very wholesome story. Isn't it about time we do a wholesome story? Mm-hmm. This is about the Tooth Fairy, Dave. Oh. And the Delta Dental 2026 Original Tooth Fairy poll just came out and revealed the average value of a single lost tooth, according to the Tooth Fairy, in 2026.
Okay.
And I thought we could play a little Tooth Fairy high-low.
Sure. Okay.
All right, now this is for any tooth, right?
Okay.
There's also, I don't know if you guys did this, but apparently some people give more money for the first tooth, and then after that there's less. We were all the same.
We gave a nickel.
Did you really?
No.
All right, so let's play it high-low.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So is this the median or the average?
It's the average.
Is it by state or is it just because
it's nationwide?
Because cost. Well, see, I'm seeing a flaw right
now.
now.
No, you got to factor that in.
Cost of living in Alabama versus cost of living in Manhattan. I would say $2.
Your guess is too low.
Really? $5?
Your guess is too low.
Okay, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
10?
No, it's $5.84.
Really?
Yeah, that's the average.
Homie, don't play that.
Well, what were you guys? We were $1.
We were like $1 or $2 or whatever.
We were a gold dollar. Like the
like a silver dollar, right?
Yeah. The gold colored dollar.
So this is my problem, and again, this is my businessman view.
Yeah.
So that is income that these kids are getting.
Yeah. Are they declaring it?
Right. Exactly. And you know what they should be getting? A W-tooth.
Now, it sounds like this is all off the top of his head, but he has literally put this plan together before.
Right.
We haven't discussed it.
All right. This is my plan, and I actually own the URL wtooth.com because let's say your kid loses a tooth, right?
Yeah.
You can go on the website for a nominal fee, and at the tax time the next year, I will send a W-tooth to Billy Smith at
another $1 million idea.
148 Bonnie Meadow Road, New Rochelle, New York.
Okay,
that's
the conduct show,
right? And then you'd get it. I'd make it in the little carbonless thing somehow. I get the printing, and then it would kind of reinforce the fact that the Tooth Fairy is real, right? It's all complying with local statutes and tax code. So that's another $1 million. Oh my God, how many million? There's like $9 million.
This is why people listen to the show,
right?
You were talking about whether the Tooth Fairy is real.
It's not.
I had a moment with my youngest son, Sean. He was like 7 years old or so. And one day he came up to me and he said, and it was at night. This is an important part of the story. Hey, Dad, I have a lost tooth. I said, okay, great. Put it under your pillow tonight. He goes, I just want you to know that I know where you keep the gold coins, and there are none in there. So, and I know that the banks are closed. This is a real story.
Okay, yeah, I've got one too.
And I've been talking about this with my buddies at school, and we're going to find out tonight
if it's true,
or if it's not true. I said, okay, I guess that there's only one way to find out.
So, did you run to Binny's?
No. And the next morning, he woke up, and there was, in fact, a gold coin under there. And he said to me, now, Dad, I'm going to school today, and I'm telling everybody that the Tooth Fairy is real.
Right.
I need you to say right now whether or not it is real or not, because this is important for my credibility.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Not fake news here. This is not QAnon here we're talking about.
And I said, this is you're just going to have to make that assessment yourself.
You got to have faith, buddy.
And he went to school. Anyway, the bottom line was I went into his wallet. I took out one of his coins from previous tooths. And I put it.
Oh, that's great.
I put it underneath his pillow that
shame
night.
on him. Shame on him for not having accounting skills.
Well, he didn't think it through.
He didn't audit it.
I outsmarted this 7-year-old.
So Lila lost a tooth. She was that age, 6, 7, whatever. And she lost a tooth. We put it under the pillow, and I totally forgot to take it off and give money.
Yeah,
right?
I've done that.
So she wakes up. She goes, "Oh my God, there's no tooth fairy." Blah blah blah. I'm like, "Well, when did you lose the tooth?" She's like, because it was late. It was late.
Thinking.
It was late. I'm like, "Well, they have a deadline." You can't expect, the tooth fairy has to go all over you lose a tooth at 9:45. You expect it? Come on. What?
She's already covered the neighborhood.
She's already got her order sheets out. She's got a route. So we gave her the money the next day.
Okay.
So,
well, hopefully there are no kids listening who've just ruined their lives. But it is time to continue on with the show.
Say, you heard about this new electronic mail?
That new method of exchanging messages between people using electronic devices?
Yeah. What's it called?
Email for Rick and Dave.
Once again, that's Vince.
Yes. That is not AI.
Nope. That's VA.
Yep.
All right. So here's an email I got this week from Dan. Dan says, I just listened to your interview with the Chicago historian Ann Durkin Keating. That was a couple months ago. Yeah. Really interesting stuff about the origin of Chicago street names. Made me think of one I just recently found out about. I've driven up and down Cermak Road in Chicago so many times, and I knew it was named after a former mayor, but I didn't know that mayor, Anton Cermak, was shot by an assassin who was trying to kill FDR. But a woman standing next to the gunman grabbed his arm, and he shot Cermak instead.
Oh, I don't think I knew that.
Did you know that?
I didn't. No, I didn't.
Oh, I know it.
Because you wrote a parody song about it.
No,
back in 19.
You want to know why I knew it? Because Cermak was a Cubs fan.
Okay, I was just about to say that's in Every Cub Ever. Okay,
so I did some research on Cermak when I wrote Every Cub Ever. It's in there, and here's some more information about that. He didn't die for a few more weeks.
Okay,
even though he was shot. They were in Miami. He was in the car with FDR. Okay. He supposedly said to FDR, "I'm glad it was me instead of you."
Which
there are rumors about the mob.
Okay, by the way, if that ever happens between you, I'm not. If I say that, it's all bullshit. Okay,
exactly. there are rumors that the mob was mad at Cermak, and they might have actually been trying to kill Cermak.
Okay,
so lots of stuff like that.
Was there a grassy knoll involved in this?
But also, the Cubs tie-in is Cermak took FDR to the 1932 World Series in Chicago at Wrigley Field. Yankees versus Cubs. Game 1. That's the game that Babe Ruth called the shot.
Okay. The seventh inning stretch.
Yeah.
Wasn't there some presidential tie in there that everybody stood up to look at a president who was walking down an aisle between the inning, and that became customary then?
I don't know that.
For some reason, I think that is the origin of the seventh inning stretch has something to do like that. I don't know if it was a president or the Pope. The White Sox.
What do we call this show?
Minutia. So find that out for you.
All right.
We'll have our research staff do it.
Yeah, I'll do it. All right. So we do have another show we should talk about. That show is called Minutia Men's Celebrity Interview. We played you a little clip of Amy and Bradley Whitford from earlier. If you go there this coming week on Wednesday, we have our Oscar show.
Right. The number one Oscar prognosticator in the world.
That's Eric Litt.
Right. He'll be on, and he never gets them wrong.
Never gets them wrong. So listen to it.
Bet the mortgage.
Starting on Wednesday, do your Oscar pool.
Yep. And you'll win.
We'll see. Now, he does tell you the percenges that he's comfortable with.
Yeah. He did hedge a little.
He did hedge on a couple of them.
Yeah, but you gotta take risks to make the big bucks.
All right, so time for our audio of war.
Okay.
And I promised the Girl Scout song. I'll get to it in a moment here, but I wanted to do something else also. And that is, since you and I are going to Arizona this week, we're leaving town.
Right. No show next week.
And I have a son whose birthday is next week. That's Johnny Kempfer.
Okay.
And so Johnny has been, neglected. He'll be neglected because I will not be here for his birthday. So I wanted to go into our archives here and play a Johnny.
Oh my God. You just called Johnny Tommy.
I'm stalling because I can't find it. All right, here it is.
Okay.
Yes. The file is called Tommy and Johnny Audio.
Okay.
But this is Johnny. This is 3-year-old Johnny. Would you like to? I'm going to give you a choice here. Would you like to hear him singing Happy Birthday? Would you like to hear him singing Jingle Bells?
Okay.
Would you like to hear him do a movie review of Mickey's Magical Christmas or a movie review of Monsters, Inc.?
Does he have sympathy for the devil? Did he do that?
Those are your 4 choices.
Go Jingle.
Okay.
Jingle Bells.
Here is Johnny Kempfer, Jingle Bells. Happy birthday, Johnny.
Jingle bells, all the way. Always find the right of sleigh.
Do Jingle Bells again.
No, you do it.
No, you do it.
Jingle bells, all the way. Always find the right of sleigh.
There he is, little Johnny Kempfer. He's 28 years old.
Crazy. Just crazy.
All right. So, Girl Scouts.
Yeah.
In 1996.
None of my daughters ever did the Girl Scouts.
Really?
They were too involved in theater.
Yeah, all 3 of my boys were Boy Scouts. 2 of them were
Eagles, right?
Eagle Scouts, yeah.
Who was the failure? Who was the one who didn't?
Tommy. Okay. Tommy. He couldn't get past the swimming one. You have to go swimming merit badge. You know what? I would have had a hard time myself. In fact, I was a Boy Scout. I did not get Eagle.
I lasted like 4 weeks.
Yes, exactly.
I hated it.
Here is a song that I wrote one morning, and Carl Giammarese from the Buckinghams played, and it was live at the Union Station in Chicago, and we're going to end the show with it. It's called Girl Scouts.
Girl Scouts, selling cookies, they're the Girl Scouts. We've loved them since we've tasted Thin Mints. Girl Scouts, they're cookie-selling Girl Scouts. Just give them your cash, a badge for their sash. Whatever cookies you wanna buy, they will supply. Let's try some tag-alongs, try some dozy-dos, shell egg cream Samoas. Hey, that's not bad. Girl Scouts selling cookies. Whoa, Girl Scouts selling cookies. Yeah.
You just gave him the thing to sing, and he just did it.
Yeah,
that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, he had no rehearsal time whatsoever.
At 7:45 in the morning or whatever.
Yeah,
oh man,
I might have been as late as 8:30.
Yeah,
but he had to take the train in and everything, and so he had to get up at 5.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
All right, we have people to thank. We need to thank our executive producer, Tony Lasano.
Which you had the good fortune of seeing yesterday.
I saw him last night. And by the way, I mentioned to him that we want to do a big 10th anniversary show. We've got our 10th anniversary coming up in May.
Yeah.
We want to do it live somewhere. If anybody has some suggestions of where we should do it.
That'd be great.
We'll bring our celebrity friends. We'll make it a big deal. We'll do it somewhere fun.
We'll charge $75-$80, right?
Whatever. I was thinking it would be free, but
okay. All right. Big picture, Rick. Okay.
Yeah, we'd love to do it.
Yeah.
So
if anybody listening who's got a location,
someplace that would make sense for us to do a live show.
Who owns the United Center?
I think United is the sponsor.
Okay.
We'll do it inside a plane.
Yeah.
United Airlines.
We should actually, while there's a plane at like a European, for 6 hours, just riff for 8 hours.
Oh, like a flight to Australia.
Yeah, and just up and down, just doing wacky jokes. We would be huge.
Oh, All right, something to think about.
You know what I just saw recently? I don't know why I saw it on my feed. Ronnie Woo Woo on a plane.
Yeah,
and
I've
was
seen
doing that woo.
I've seen that.
And the guy just
Ronnie's sick. He's not doing well.
Oh.
Yeah, but he hasn't been to a Cubs game in a couple of years. I think But anyway,
God, I saw him when I was like in 6th grade.
I know. I remember that. All right. So we also need to thank
Ed Silla.
The Radio Misfits Podcast Network. Great Talk Radio isn't dead. Just moved to a better place. RadioMisfits.com. And we're not going to be back next week.
Right. We'll be back in 2 weeks with another episode of, I know,
Minutia Man.
I flipped it.
The proceeding was a presentation of the Radio Misfits Podcast Network. Find our other great shows on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, and at RadioMisfits.com. Thank you.
This has been a presentation of Opie Productions.
Tony, can you shut up?
Right.